Welcome. Hi to episode 50 of Live with the Glitter Practitioner. That is me, Dr. Nupi Aurora. I actually can't believe that it's episode 50. Wow. Thank you, Russ, for everything. And I'm so happy that you are well and here to help produce and all of the other stuff. So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Dr. Nupi. I am the Glitter Practitioner, and I'm a family physician, a GP in the UK. I'm also a speaker and transformation and spiritual life coach. And my passion truly is empowering patients, my clients, to truly understand their health needs from a mind, body, and soul perspective. And what I mean by that is when you recognize and understand your baseline health needs, physically, emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually, learning how to realign them, to keep them replenished and restored, that's when you are in your balance, aligned with your passions and purpose, and you truly can live the life you choose to create. That's the fountain of glitter, and that's your fizz essence. And I think my brand story really does capture the whole F list. It's the structure that I created post burnout, after my recovery, to show and share with others how to realign these needs. And Devon James Stinson has done an incredible job on the brand story. I am biased, obviously, but it truly is beautiful. And it's the feeling that you receive when you work with me, working through the F list. So I think it's easier if you actually watch it and feel it for yourself. So wonderful, Mr. Producer, please may we have the brand story?
Follow the light through the storm. And this is not a light that warns, it's a light that forms on the pathway ahead. So you can maneuver around disaster instead of getting stopped by the obstacles. It just takes changing the obstacles. And then the impossible turns to possible. And then the storm lifts. You're no longer adrift. Breathe, focus, you've got this. Ahead you see a figure, a kind soul, and on the inside it feels like you might glow. Your endless cycles of cyclones have been turned to a breeze that just slightly blows. You're adorned with glitter, where you literally feel like a kid again. And this is when you realize how much of your life you've missed. And then you talk more with Dr. Nupi Aurora, who will holistically change your aura, where you and the new you won't be like strangers. No, you'll be like friends. Because this whole process is simply life-changing. So if you're feeling frazzled and you want to find your fizz and dazzle, then book a call with Dr. Nupi Aurora by messaging her right here on LinkedIn.
Oh, I love it. Soothing is how I always feel. So for today's episode, the 50th episode, this wonderful, incredible burst of energy was introduced to me by Bruce, the guy with the blue shirt. And it was probably I think it was exactly a year ago. So without further ado, please welcome my guest today, Miss Juliet Bellagambi.
Oh my God!
Hi!
Hi, Nupi. I was just caught up in your brand stories.
Isn't just
way,
so beautiful, dreamy.
it's
And it's so soothing every single time. It just really, it's my good luck juju charm. It
mm,
just grounds and like that.
it is
Hi.
amazing. It is amazing.
Oh, thank you so much for joining me today on episode 50. Seriously, thank you.
I can't believe it. Episode 50.
I know,
Uh,
50 weeks. That's nearly. Hi, Inga. I'll just very quickly say hi. David Hanson, thank you. Hi, Matt. So thank you for coming. And amazing. But yeah, 50 episodes. Hi, Inga. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. 50 episodes. It's crazy.
Crazy
Yeah,
and really fitting, Nupi, really fitting in the change that you made.
yeah.
And to think that 50 episodes in, you are here live, kicking, going strong. And I'm here to celebrate that with you and your amazing connections that many of whom were not here a year ago. So I think
Yeah.
it really kind of really fits really well with some of what we are going to be talking about today. And I am so glad.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm really honored to share the space um, with you this evening.
Oh, beautiful. Tell everybody a little bit about you and yeah, who's Juliet?
Yeah, Juliet. So yeah, I'm Juliet. I think of myself in terms of who I am, what I like to be. So Juliet is the person who likes to sway in the wind. So the person who has high energy, the person who looks out to others to lift them. And I think your brand story really kind of resonates with that. You know, finding people that are kind of a bit frazzled, and then you adding a bit of your physessence in your in for you, Dr. Nupi. Uh,
Yes, not for the formalities,
exactly.
please.
What am I saying? I am reading Dr. Nupi. And for me, it's kind of really bringing that Juliet energy and holding the space. And really getting people from A to B or to C or to Z. But essentially what I do, I am a sort of trained facilitator. I'm a qualified teacher, a certified life coach, and a trainer. And I really help people to make the changes that they sort of want to make. Currently work with individuals, but mostly I work with organizations who are working with people. So you might find that, you know, an organization perhaps engages with me to support them with some of the objectives that they sort of want to achieve for the people they're working with. And those groups of people might be sort of well-being, perhaps, you know, and confidence building amongst women from the sort of Black, Asian and minority ethnic groups in the UK. So it might be working with the unemployed or those that have been out of work for a very, very long time and looking to get back into the workforce. Or it might be sort of facilitating change conversations because I would then be the independent person that acts as a catalyst to have these kind of crucial and vital conversations that people need to have. And I think I come with everyone that meets me think, oh my goodness, do I know this woman? Not. You've just met me, but you're so comfortable with me.
Yeah.
And possibly because there is the energy. There is
Yes.
the energy and the kind of non-discriminatory practice, or all the things that we
Yes.
learn in our counseling, in having fantastic models that will help people change. So essentially, that's who I am. You might see me on LinkedIn doing Raise the Roof on Friday, because that's where I get my vibe. I think when we're talking about change, we need to look holistically, as you say, Nopi, about the person, and to make the change, we need to
Absolutely.
be in a place where we're able to make the change.
Here,
So
right here,
exactly,
right centered and
sense, exactly.
present in this moment in time. Too right. Sorry, go on.
Yes. And yes, but my first role and the most important is me as a mother.
Oh,
As a mother to beautiful souls, people, 21-year-old. Where did the time fly?
Wow.
Yes.
21.
Yes, my
You're
boy.
kidding me. Oh
Not
my.
kidding. And my daughter, who's 11, and I
Yeah.
feel that they've opened my eyes. I feel that a lot of my growth has been kind of really about looking through their lens, but also sort of responding to the circumstances that they're going through, and the fact that they are being brought up in a sort of very diverse society, which is very, very different from my own experience as a child. So yeah, I've had to sort of navigate a lot my own life through sort of supporting them as well with what they were experiencing, especially my older son. So that's who I am essentially. I hope that gives people a gist.
Yes, I think it. Well, yeah, I can feel your energy through here. Seriously, it's just you are a fizz bomb of this. And that's. I remember when I first met you via Bruce, and through that introduction. Where have you gone? Over there. And it's we were chatting for app, which is commonplace. We're just chatting for ages, and it's just been gorgeous to support you and see you actually flourish, because we kind of started, well, I came on a year ago, but just to sort of see both of us developments and then the cross connections that's been happening, it's gorgeous. And yes, we both have the same ethos. It's that holistic, whole person centered, heart centered care. And it just lights me up. And I know we have, our background is health, yours is education and social care and all of that. And it's a privilege. It really is. And I think you're killing it, woman. You really are.
Not killing it today.
But, yes, you weren't well. That's
No,
right.
I wasn't well. I had those I don't know how many day colds you get these days. I forget whether it's a 5-day cold or a 2-day cold. But again, I'm gonna bring it back to change. You've gotta weather the storm, as they say.
To find the sunset.
Define the sunset, weather the storm, navigate sort of where you are, and know that it will pass. So that's exactly what I did with some water. And I think when I spoke to you recently, I was on Sunday, I was kind of settled with my hot pot. I will not tell people what the ingredients are.
I was just about to say.
There's a little spirits, but lots of lemon and lots of ginger. I don't know. Someone shared
It's
that
true.
with
It's
me.
like a hot toddy.
Exactly.
Is what you had, a hot toddy, indeed.
I am calling it a hot pot. I don't know why.
Because it was in like a mug-size pot, basically, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it's change, and it's how. I think this is such a juicy topic, because change is scary. Let's face it, nobody likes change. I don't like change. I hate change. But it's about anchoring yourself with your knowing. And I share this as knowing your heart, knowing the things that light you up, that literally make you fizz pop, makes your heart sing, your soul sparkle, your passions, and from that, your purpose. That's your anchor, almost. And then it's how you navigate those waves that keep coming, which they're going to come. It's going to come. But what would you say?
Definitely. And I'm really so glad you raised it, because I think the first thing that I want to usually acknowledge with people is that a lot of people fear change, and then when you talk about change, a lot of things kind of come up for people: fear, doubt, anger, frustration. It's really good to acknowledge that and to say this happens. This is okay. And this happens. What I find most helpful in my experience is teaching people about the cycle, not being kind of theoretical about it, but it gives people an awareness and understanding, such that when they get to a point, they know that this is what it's all about. It's a bit like when you're driving from here to, I don't know, I'll say Victoria. I will know the reference points. I'll know from my house. I will get to London Bridge. I'll see the River Thames. I might even see the Queen. Sorry, rest her soul. The King. I might even go past Trafalgar Square. So for me, I like to talk to people about the theory and the cycle, so they have an understanding such that when they get to Trafalgar Square, or when they get to a point of amnesia and think, actually, this is not so bad, it's going to be too much, they can appreciate that this is part of the process.
Yes.
So it's really important to
I would
say
also say there, it is part of the process. And also, look how far you've come. I think people forget that. And it is so important to 1, 2, 3. Well done, me. To actually see, okay, you know what? I was stuck in mud here, but I've managed to come out of the mud at least. That's enough. Lower the expectations and one baby step at a time. And then you're so right, seeing where the progression, where you end up, how you get there. And then looking back, oh my gosh, I actually did that to that.
Definitely. And look at you, 50th episode.
Oh, bless you.
I'm going to bring it back to 50.
Nicole.
We are celebrating.
Okay, fine.
Celebrating today.
Let's. I need some music. I don't even have any music. Music, maestro.
Are celebrating, but you're absolutely right. Get people to the point where they get excited. It's exactly what you said. I'm really paraphrasing it. So when you're talking about change, get people talk about visualization. Oh, is that music?
I love it, Russ. Oh, bless him. He played. Lonnie, thank you. Oh, is that it?
Oh my goodness.
Russ,
that is exciting.
I was just getting into that. I seriously was.
Me too.
Oh well. I could do an Alexa. Anyway.
Yeah, that was exciting. That was, But you're absolutely right, Snoopy. Small steps. And I also think it's really getting people truly motivated if you really want them to commit. Because it's also, the other question is about embracing the change.
Yes.
What is
I don't know why I'm doing this.
Yeah. Don't worry, I've got a pen.
I do this. You know what? You're lucky I haven't got my curlers out, because normally I get very emphatic and start doing this.
Your colors. Yeah.
Oh, I've missed my show. I really have missed being gone.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, what was I going to say to you? So yes, embracing change. And do you know what? I think it's finding and allowing yourself to be your little kid, to actually tune in and tap into that inner child and have fun. You're meant to have fun. And if you can find things that light you up, that make you laugh, that bring you joy, that's, I always say, that's the barometer here. And I think it's being in tune with how you feel, truly, not just what this is saying. Oh, I should do this because so-and-so says so. Oh, I should be doing this because this is what society expects of me. Fuck that. Do what is right for you. And I think that is key. And the other thing I wanted to ask you is, what do you, in your experience, what are the things that you have found that helps people with that motivation side of things? Because that's crucial.
That is absolutely crucial. So being a kid, so getting them to the place where they can unconditionally really think about what it is they want. What is going to get them out of that forest to the other side. I think that really excites people. I think that really motivates them. I think that really gets them going. Yes, I believe this. Let's do it, Juliet. And then once you get that belief and that kind of really internal sign up for somebody, they're ready. You absolutely know they're ready. But it's let's not get it wrong. It's not just about, hey, come on, let's make this, let's set some goals. No,
No.
it's a process.
Yes.
And you've got to get people to a place where they really believe in what lies on the other
Yeah.
side. You've
Yeah.
got to get to a place where they really believe that what lies on the other side is much greater than what they're
And
currently
now.
in.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then get them
I
really
support that.
excited. As a
Yes.
coach, you are obviously there. I am jumping,
I am.
spinning. I am getting my pens. I am doing what I don't even know I can do with my body. Because,
I love that. I love that. I do the same with patients, actually.
yeah.
And I'm literally, because I get so excited. I'm like, yes, come on, we can do this together.
Yeah.
I think it's giving hope. For me, it's very much holding a space
Mhm.
where you are tuning in from here, because that, in my experience anyway, as a GP, as a doctor, especially where I was working in, face to face, very inner city practice, and it's giving that person that unconditional space, and it is unconditional trust, actually, and that is that's key here. You're helping somebody else feel they're seen, they're valued, and it's that trust that really combines this. And I guess it's planting seeds of, well, little sprinkles of glitter, shall we say. And it is hope, and it is that love, and it is that extending to somebody else, I see you, and it doesn't need to be like this, whatever somebody's going through physically, emotionally, their health conditions, and the impact that has on themselves. It doesn't need to be like this. And that's what I often say, especially with my domestic abuse work as a clinical lead, and just having yourself hear those words, it's so empowering. And I would do that. I'm passionate about my work in that field. I really am, because it's what helps people really foster that love and belief in themselves. That's what I feel anyway.
Yeah. And I remember our first conversation. Do you remember you were talking about your working, being a GP, and I was talking about my early background.
Yes.
In supporting people who've experienced hurt. I call it domestic violence and abuse, and for children we call it hurt at home, and also parenting,
child safeguarding. Absolutely, same.
Exactly. So you've really, really gotta hold that space, and totally let them be.
Yeah.
Totally let them be. We are there to listen. And as you say, sort of kind of hold the space for them. They will feel your energy. They will feel your warmth. They'll feel that someone cares for them. They will feel that someone really understands them. They will feel that this is an experience. It's not them, because often I find that people feel that whatever difficulty they're experiencing is them. So by kind of speaking to you, by holding the space, while speaking to you and you holding that space, they will realize that this is not them. This is really just something.
And it's that normality. So whatever somebody's been experiencing, and that's the thing. This is, again, bringing it back to change. That's the normality that you've only known. But what's actually behind these doors, if we allow ourselves to open them? Is it really that scary? Yeah, the monsters in the head, the critter chatter, are going to say, oh, no, don't do that. You know this. So this is better than maybe something else. It's about giving yourself that little bit of courage, be curious, challenge the critter chatter. This is my gangster soul tonic.
Yeah, go on. Bring it on.
Okay,
bring it on.
Bring on the gangster soul tonic. Okay.
Bring on the gangster, so right?
It is a little bit the sprinkles of glitter. Exactly, Kelly. That's the glitter. That is actually the glitter. So, Jodie, Donald, thank you. Mike, thank you. Thank you. Oh, is that it? Oh my gosh, can we not have a bit longer?
Oh, wow.
Glitter. Oh, yeah. actually remember what the hell was I talking about.
The glitter, the gangster glitter.
The gangster glitter soul tonic even. Oh, that was quite good. Did you see that, Juliet?
I saw that on
You saw that
point.
movement?
On point, Snoopy.
On point. Oh my gosh.
On point.
So what was it? Oh, the gangster glitter soul tonic. So we have equal measures of courage, curiosity, compassion, and care for self, and courage. Did I say that already? Did I say courage? I might have done.
I think you
anyway.
did.
Okay, fine. Those are the ingredients. Equal measures. Give it a good stir with a straw made of trust. This is the trust straw. I pretend in my head it's a cocktail. Give it a stir.
Yes.
Store at room temperature and pour over ice. Cha-ching.
Yes. Yeah.
Twice a day is the daily dosage. That is my gangster glitter.
I love that. I love that.
That is it's looking inwards. That's what self-care is. It's not about, well, it can be about candles and incense and all that beautiful stuff. I love that. But true self-care is learning to understand, know thyself, understand your needs, own them. What are they? And then, I guess, honoring them and standing true to that. That's self-care, which is self-love, essentially. And that is so powerful because when you inwards on yourself, understand who you are. What is it that makes you go zing, zing, zing? What is it that makes you don't go zing, zing, zing? You have to know this. And then you can start coming back in alignment. And that's what you radiate out, which is unconditional love. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Glitter explosions left, right, and center.
Love it. Love it. And when you talk about that, it makes me think about why the need for change? Why?
Yeah.
We know that biologically, of course, that is going on. But at a different level, for me, there's something about, so I know when I'm changing, I know that there is growth within me.
Yes.
And I know that there are going to be benefits to my family and to others.
Yes.
So for me, I also bring in this whole concept about, and I know Matt talks about that when he talks about kudos. It's about the kind of social benefits, to change. If you look at all the progression in the world, if you look at the science, the medicine, the neuroscience, if you look at somebody,
bring it in.
Exactly. If you look at somebody making a change and building something, think about the social kind of benefits. So it's about humanity. Yes, it's me, but ultimately it's about our progression as a race. And I was watching Richard Branson the other day, and he was talking about he's a person who was dyslexic, and he did not really do well in school, as is well documented. And he went on to kind of publish a very successful newspaper, So he said, F it, I'm gonna do this, and he went on to do that, and then look.
Do you mean he stole one of my Fs?
Yeah,
seriously?
no, that's another F.
Okay, fine.
Yours is yours is branded. It's not it, but he clearly, this is a guy who many people might have said, give up for him. He's dyslexic. He's not going to make it in the educational system. He had an idea. He had a superpower, his dyslexia, in terms of kind of organizing things and concepts. And he came up with a newsletter, and the rest of it is kind of his story. So
it takes that little bit of belief and courage, doesn't it? And it's that belief in actually, you know what? Maybe just step outside a little bit and be that change maker, because you can. Who says it has to be a certain way? Break it. Set yourself free. Sorry. Yes.
Exactly.
Couldn't help myself then.
Yeah. Set yourself free and do it your way. Give it a go, really. And I often think that we all want the change, we all want the growth, but as we said, part of the change cycle Yeah, you've got to do the work ultimately. You've got to do the work. I didn't get to be in this position just
Yes.
announcing it. I really
Yes.
had to do a huge piece of work in terms of understanding the needs, the challenges of people, in terms of reading the theories, in terms the kind of psychology, the kind of teaching theories, and then I had to reflect further myself in order to
Yeah.
be in a position where
Yes.
I have an understanding and an appreciation. And an understanding in order to be able to sort of explain that. So it takes
That's
go,
empathy.
yeah.
That's the empathy that you're talking about. It's putting yourself in that somebody else's shoes. And then the compassion is the action point. That's the whole thing. And these are the things. And I think you yourself are just this beautiful beacon of light to so many, because you've been through your struggles, you've been through your growth and learnings, and that's exactly what healing does. You heal yourself, becoming more healed. Nobody's perfect. You're always constantly learning, evolving, growing, changing, but that cycle is continuous, and you're somebody who embraces that. You really are. And that's what
Definitely.
your clients receive.
Yeah.
I feel that. It's
Lifelong learning. It never ends.
to Nick, not to Nick, but Raki, thank you. To steal Matt Allen's words. Hashtag kudos to you, my dear. Seriously.
Oh, hashtag
Super proud of you.
to
Thanks.
you.
So before we wrap up, oh gosh, maybe just a few extra minutes because it is the 50th episode. Tell us a little bit about Petal Power.
Oh yes, can you see the petals?
Yes, I can.
Yay! I represented. So Petal Power initially, I was doing some work in a room 2 days a week. I've been sort of privileged that my services are kind of I'm bought in to sort of support parents. So this was at a time when that we were coming out of COVID, and there were 5 different things that I thought about that were kind of showing up quite consistently. And if I'm gonna support families with change in any situation, these are things that were sort of thank you, has a million smile. I could. So where was I? So
She
what I
does.
so what I was thinking about is what would appeal? What is something universal that is going to appeal to somebody? What is something so accessible and so nice and loving that we've all experienced? And that's how the symbol of the petal came through. So I
Love
drew
it.
a petal, and each petal basically has a pillar, shall we call it
Yes.
that? One of the pillars is energy. One of the pillars that you spoke about, Nupi, is communicating our needs. One is the self-talk, and the thoughts and the patterns. And I've forgotten what the other 2 are, but essentially that's what I was. I kind of doodle, when you're speaking
Yeah.
to parents
Gosh,
and
I
you kind
doodle
of
all the
doodle,
time. Yeah.
and then you show them, and then you start to get into conversations, kind of using visuals. But then last year, 2022, I was sitting here at my table. I think I was doing some work. So I had an interview, and they were talking about Black Friday, and I was like, mates, I am black every day. And then I'm not gonna do this Black Friday things. I'm not gonna run to the supermarket. I don't
I
need
fucking
anything.
love it. I
I'm
fucking
just
love
gonna go
that.
and buy my flowers. I just want to buy my plants. I don't want technology.
Yeah.
But then, as part of that conversation, there was a fantastic marketer. I wish I could knew her name, but she was talking about Giving Tuesday, and I'd never heard about it. So she said that's what after the first Tuesday, basically after Black Friday, there is a trend, there is a kind of initiative where
Yeah.
people are giving back.
Okay. Yeah.
Corporations are donating money, giving to charity, and I thought, yes, this really fits into me. Then I said, I'm gonna launch Petal Power. I'm doing a soft launch and give back, because it's just about having conversations, bringing people in, and then see how it goes. So we launched that on the 29th of November last year, And basically at the end, I said, guys, thank you so much for coming. That was it. You had fun. And they were like, can we have another one? When are we going to have another one?
That's so
so,
cool.
so I was thinking, mate, this was just one. But I listened. I listened. I didn't do anything in December. I reflected. Change is also about reflecting.
Yes.
And seeing how any things align with you, and it very much aligned with me. And I think it gave me another opportunity for growth as well, because I haven't really done any sort of LinkedIn lives or Zooms and sort of inviting people. So I reflected all that, the opportunities, the benefits, and made a commitment really to hosting that for this whole year. And really, it's how people know about TED Talks. Mine is Petal Power, Petal Talks, Passion Talks, conversations worth having, and it's really exploring what we come across as part of our human experience. And I think things that we might come across as we're making the change. People might experience procrastination. People might experience burnout and different things. So I'm having monthly series for us to talk about that. And the
what
idea.
about? Oh, sorry.
And the idea is that we're that on different journeys, on different steps. So if you're somehow here and you've experienced it, you can share your experience and your perspective. And if you're someone who's just kind of coming into it, you'll hear another perspective. And again, change is about change. Often is really just about that shift in perspective. And I think Petal Power brings people together that have experienced, and to share that and to make it just a little bit easier for someone to kind of reflect and kind of go back and wonder how that implies to their own story and their life.
Beautiful. And the cross-pollination rooms, don't forget.
Oh yes, I met with you, didn't I? So you know how we have the breakout rooms? That is boring. So when I met with you, we were chatting away.
I was supposed to be. I think I was supposed to be talking, but I had. Did I have a clinic on or something?
Yes, you did.
I got I got it all jumbled up basically. Sorry. Yes.
But I'll let you, Nupi. I'll let you explain. I'll let you share how the kind of pollinating.
So we were chatting, and I felt terrible because I wasn't with her, couldn't do the talk, and then we were just chatting, and I said, look, why don't you're a master connect, you're connecting people, that's what you're doing. Petals, flowers, blooms, cross-pollinate people, cross-pollinate, cross-connect in the breakout rooms. So that's where that came from. And I think that is, have you stuck with that? Pollination rooms, I think.
Yeah, we're calling it pollinating rooms. And I love it. Go forth, do whatever you love to do. Go cross-pollinate. And I've really had some beautiful stories from that. Just as a result of that, so someone has reached out to me to be a sort of kind of to support them, be a board member. As a result of that, 2 people that attended are going then to do a workshop. As a result of that, there have been other changes that I don't know about. As a result of that, someone said, Juliet, can you please connect me with these 2 people? So
these are the ripple effects. Absolutely.
These are the ripples. Yes.
Oh, yes. We need a part 2, because I'm already thinking we need to talk about perspective. We've got so many other things branching off from change. Or I'm really conscious of the time. Literally, I just kept my eyes off it for a second, and I've missed my cues from my wonderful producer, who needs to go ASAP. So contact details, I know, definitely. We'll set it up for June, July. Perfect blooming season, I'm thinking. Petal Power to blooming, indeed.
Love that.
Very quickly, tell us how people can get hold of you.
The best thing, please get in touch with me via LinkedIn. I think my details are somewhere there. I haven't got a website, so I'm not going to share that. But best thing really is to get in touch with me at LinkedIn. I respond to people. That's what I want to say.
Yes,
so whether it's a yes or a no or something, I respect people and kind of respond to them and say whether it's a yay or no. But would really love to connect, because I know the people that are here, they are awesome. Your tribe is awesome. Your community is awesome. So I'd love to,
definitely.
to connect.
If you don't know, Yes, if you haven't connected with Juliet, please, please, please do. And we need a part 2 for sure. Definitely. I thank you so much for sharing my 50th episode with me today. Seriously. And I can't wait to come on to Petal Power.
Oh yes, I know you are coming.
June.
You're coming. Yes, really looking forward. Nupi.
I
You've got
can't
quite a
wait. Thank
following, and
you.
I've had people ask about you already.
Seriously?
Yes, when you're going
No
to be on.
way.
I didn't want to tell you because I don't want to put pressure on you. You come when you're ready. You know,
Oh,
when the time is.
thanks.
So
Thank you.
yeah, you
June.
yes.
June.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere. You know what? I think we can both say goodbye now. Thank
Okay.
you, everybody, for watching. You can get hold of me pretty much on LinkedIn. Direct message me. I am replying. I'm just a little bit slow on the uptake at the minute because my clinics and shift times are just literally all over the place. But I'm loving what I'm doing. So you connect with me on LinkedIn. You can also find me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Thank you for joining episode 50. And I think, Juliet, just stay with me and we will go bye-bye.